Hey guys! So today I wanted to talk about reverse dieting. It is a term that is becoming more popular, and I feel like it's being one of those things that is being misconstrued maybe a little bit, and some fitness social media influencers aren't projecting it correctly or really what it's about. And so I just wanted to talk about reverse dieting and explain it just a little bit so that you have an understanding of exactly what it is. You may know what it is, but you didn't know what the term was or that it had a term attached to it. So reverse dieting is something that I will use with clients when they are eating, for the most part throughout the week, an extremely low amount of calories, and then on the weekend they may have a huge calorie surplus. Or it's a client that just across the board is eating extremely low calories. So what happens when you eat low calories is your body ramps down all the processes to meet the amount of energy, the food that is coming into the body. So if we're providing 1,200 calories worth of food on a daily basis, our body is going to ramp down all of our processes and try and be the most efficient that it can at that 1,200 calories, which is how your metabolism lowers. So it's not a good thing. So many people think, cutting this 1,200 calorie diet myth thing that's out there, that's what you do in a lot of cardio to drop weight, is actually the worst thing that you can do, because you begin, your metabolism adapts to that, and you begin to sink your metabolism. And then when you adapt or plateau at that 1,200 calorie mark, because you will, that's what the body does, where do you go from there? Do you go to 900 calories? And that's just not sustainable. That's not a lifestyle. So what happens typically, what we see is, I'll see clients, they'll do this 1,200 calorie diet, like they've got some big party coming up or a wedding or whatever the event may be that they have coming up. And so that's basically a crash diet. They'll go to this 1,200 calorie mark for, let's say, 4 to 6 weeks and try and drop some weight for the event coming up. Then they go to the event and they go back to eating normal and high calorie amounts, and they put all of the weight back on, and typically plus some additional weight on top of that, which is what we call the rebound. So what they've done is their metabolism adjusted to that 1,200 calorie mark, and then all of a sudden we have this huge influx of calories. So there's this huge energy gap between the 1,200 calories, and let's just say they took it to 2,000 calories. There's an 800 calorie energy gap, and your body is going to take that 800 energy gap and basically store it as fat. So to work with clients out of places like that, so I would say, let's say if I take on 20 new online clients, 17 of them are in this position. So most of them are females that are eating extremely low calorie, doing high amounts of cardio, or these high intensity interval classes, which are nothing more than high intensity cardio. They're not true interval classes. So again, it's cardio that they're doing, and their body adapts both to the low calorie amount and the energy expenditure that they're asking of it for these intensity classes. So it's doubling down on them in two ways. So what we have to do is what's called a reverse diet. So we gradually work on increasing calories slowly so that we put on the least amount of fat mass when ramping up our metabolism. And the goal with a reverse diet is you're not going to lose weight on a reverse diet. So it's the biggest mind F you basically that most women have to get past is, they're working so hard to lose weight, and here they come and they start working with me, and I tell them, well, you're not going to lose weight right now. You're not going to lose any weight. The scales basically stay the same. It may go up a pound, but the goal right now is not to lose weight. The goal is to build up your metabolism, get your hormones healthy again, get your gut healed, because more times out of not, when we're eating like this, it's really not good quality foods, or it's low that it starts to give them some gut issues. So we try to get them healthy while increasing a calorie intake. And then once we reach their cap, their metabolic cap, you can say, of sorts, and there's ways that we figure that out, and everybody's different. Then we start to incorporate some calorie deficits for the weight loss. But first, you have to get those calories up. And the reason for that is it gives us a nice calorie area to play with. So let's say I could get you up to 2,200 calories eating that. You're not gaining weight. We're actually putting on lean muscle mass. We put on very little fat mass with this calorie increase. You're feeling good. You're feeling strong. Your energy's up. Your skin's looking better. Gut health issues are good. All the way around, you are feeling a ton better. Composition changes are occurring. You may not see the scale going down, but we see measurements going down. Clothes are fitting better. Like, all of these good things are happening. And we get you up to this level and say I can get you up to 2,100 calories before when we reach your plateau or whatever it may be. And then I put you in a cut and I can drop you down to 1,600 calories. 1,600 calories is a much more feasible, enjoyable cut than being at 1,200 calories and trying to cut down to 900. And I hope that makes sense. But you give yourself some more room, some more flexibility to be able to do the cut and still consume a moderate amount of food. On top of that, once we get your metabolic capacity up, life is much more enjoyable at 2,000, 2,100, 2,400 calories. That allows you to eat throughout the day. That allows you to go out on the weekends and splurge a little bit, or gives you a little bit of room to splurge with your food or have some wine with dinner and things like that, and not throw you off track. So many women right now, and there are some men that do it, but this is mostly prevalent in women, will eat a super low calorie amount through the week, and then on the weekends they just blow it to hell with going out to eat and 4 glasses of wine. And I made a post about this, those acai bowls that you guys think are so healthy, and half of them are the ones that I see are like 800 to 1,000 calories in one bowl, and you're eating it because it's marketed to you as healthy. Yeah, the ingredients are healthy in it, but you don't need to consume that quantity amount of it in one sitting. So overall, your weekly average or your weekly calorie consumption still puts you in a surplus. And the reason it puts you in a surplus is because we've eaten so low calories throughout the week here at that 1,200 calorie mark that we've ramped down all our metabolic processes. So then when we have the surplus, we store that energy difference because we've set our metabolism low. So the goal is to increase the metabolism across the board, have you up here, and then teach you how to cycle in cuts to help you lose weight without having the metabolic adaptation. So I hope this is pretty simplified how I've explained it, and I hope this makes sense to you. But I just want to get across, and this is my thing, and I keep talking about it, is to quit the crash dieting. Quit eating low calorie amounts. Quit doing shit tons of cardio nonstop. You are working against yourself because your body will adapt. Your body is super smart, and it is always going to try to be the most efficient that it can at whatever you're asking of it. And in the weight loss and in the muscle building and in the health and fitness world, being efficient is the last thing we want our body to be. We want it to be we don't want it to be the or what do you call it, those smart cars or whatever that can run for miles and miles and miles on like one little tank of gas. That's not what we want. We want to be, fierce, fiery, the sports car revved up horsepower engine that burns through gas really, really quick. So that is what is going to give you results. And I hope that analogy makes sense. But okay, so I hope this is helpful for you. I do have my next group starting, my next nutrition, and I have a nutrition only and a nutrition and exercise plan. They are starting. They are almost completely full. But if you're interested in it, shoot me a message and I can give you the info. I also have the lifestylenutrition.com//lift. That is the program that you can work at any time on your pace that I have available always. So check both of those out, and yeah, I'll see you guys on the next one.